Hello students, in last video we have learnt about the elements which are present in group 16th, 17th and 18th, how they occur in nature and what is the electronic configuration of these elements. Now in this video we shall consider about the atomic properties and physical properties of the elements which are present in group 16th, 17th and 18th. What are atomic properties? The properties which depends upon the atom. Now we have studied about these properties in 11th standard in periodic table. The properties like atomic size, ionization enthalpy, electronegativity, electron gain enthalpy, these properties are called as atomic properties. Now how these properties varies in group 16th, 17th and 18th elements we have to consider. The first property is atomic or ionic radii or atomic and ionic radii. What is atomic radii? You know, atomic size of the atom is measured in terms of atomic radius. Atomic radius is 1/2 of the internuclear distance between two adjacent atoms of a metal or two single bonded atoms of a non-metal. If you consider about the metal, then if two metal atoms adjacent, the neighboring metal atoms, and the internuclear distance, the distance between two nuclei of these two atoms, and half of this distance, that is called as atomic radius. And for non-metals like the gaseous substances which are covalently bonded with each other, then it is the half of the distance between the bonded atoms, internuclear distance, or simply you can say that it is the distance of between the nucleus and the outermost shell of the atom. Remember, the simple definition of atomic radius is the distance between the center of nucleus and the outermost shell of the electrons. You know that if the number of electrons are more, that is if atomic number is more, then the number of shells will be more, and so atomic size will be more. That means atomic size depends upon the number of electrons or atomic number. It depends upon nuclear charge also. Now in group 16, 17 and 18th elements, the atomic and ionic radii increases down the group due to increase in number of quantum shells, and across a period atomic and ionic radii decreases due to increase in effective nuclear charge. Now if you consider the elements of 16th group, here oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, these are the elements which are present in 16th group. Now if you consider the electronic configuration, here the last shell of oxygen is second shell, here third shell, here fourth shell, fifth shell, sixth shell, like this. The number of shells, the outermost shells, are increasing, so the distance between the center of nucleus and the outermost shell will increase. So if we move down in a group in 16th also, 17th and 18th, as the number of shells are increased, then the atomic size goes on increasing as we move down from the top to bottom in a group. But if you consider in a period, as we move from left to right, here say the electrons are added in the same subshell. Here this electronic configuration is ns2 np4 ns2 np5 ns2 np6, like here 2s2 2p4 2s2 2p5 2s2 2p6, that is the added electrons are added in the same shell. And here the number of protons are increased, that is the nuclear charge, effective effective nuclear charge increases. Nuclear charge goes on increasing, but the number of shells remaining same, and so as there is increase in effective nuclear charge across a period, atomic and ionic radii decreases. Halogens possess the smallest atomic and ionic radii in their respective periods. Since the effective nuclear charge experienced by valence electrons in halogen atoms is the highest, halogens possess the smallest atomic and ionic radii in their respective periods. If you consider the periods, if you consider the period, second period, see here, fluorine having the smallest atomic radius or atomic size. In third period, chlorine having smallest atomic size. Bromine, because as we move from left to right here, the atomic size goes on decreasing, and so the elements which are present in 17th group have the smallest atomic size. Then what is about the halogen or inert gases? Here remember, inert gases have the outermost shell which is completely filled, and so the size is some bit larger than the halogens. And so remember here, atomic size of the halogens is smallest size in their periods. Now if you consider the second property, there is ionization enthalpy. What about ionization enthalpy? What is ionization enthalpy? It is the energy required to remove an electron from the isolated gaseous atom in its ground state. The energy which is required to remove an electron. If the electron is removed, and which electron is removed? From the isolated gaseous atoms in its ground state, and that electron must be in the outermost shell. The energy which is required to remove an electron from the outermost shell of the isolated gaseous atoms in its ground state is called as ionization enthalpy. And this ionization enthalpy has the value always positive, because energy is needed, energy is required to remove the electron from the shell, outermost shell of the atom. Why? Because that electron is attracted by the nucleus. And so remember that ionization enthalpy depends upon size of the atom, it depends upon nuclear charge, it depends upon shielding effect or screening effect. We have studied in detail in the 11th standard. Now what happens in these groups? Elements of group 16th, 17th and 18th have high ionization enthalpy. Why the ionization enthalpy is high? As we have considered, the atomic size goes on decreasing from left to right in the periodic table, and so the elements which are having which are present in 16, 17 and 18 group, they are having the small atomic size. As the atomic size is smaller, then the ionization enthalpy will be higher, because if the size is small, that means the attraction between the electron and the nucleus, the electron which is present in the outermost shell and the nucleus will be large, and so more energy will be required to remove the electron from the outermost shell, and so these elements have high ionization enthalpy. In these groups, ionization enthalpy decreases down the group due to increase in atomic size. Now we have seen atomic size here increases when we move from the top to bottom in these groups, and so as atomic size increases, the ionization enthalpy will decrease, because less energy will be required to remove the electron from the outermost shell, as the distance between the nucleus and the electron is increased. Across a period, ionization enthalpy increases with increase of atomic number due to addition of electrons in the same shell. Why ionization enthalpy increases with increase in atomic number in a period? Because in a period, what happens? The electrons are added in the same shell, and so as the electrons are added in the same shell, then the atomic size is decrease, and due to decrease in the atomic size, and here decrease in the atomic size and nuclear charge is increased, and so across a period ionization enthalpy increases with increase of atomic number. Ionization enthalpies of halogens are very high due to their smaller size and large nuclear attraction. Here remember, in all these periods ionization enthalpies of halogens are very high. Why? Here ionization enthalpy means the energy which is required to remove the electrons, and therefore halogens have the smallest size. If you consider in a period halogens are having smallest size, and so their ionization enthalpy is largest. Elements of group 16th. If you consider about the elements of group 16 and elements of group 15, elements of group 16 have the outer electronic configuration Ns2Np4, have the lower ionization enthalpy than the elements which are present in group 15 having the electronic configuration Ns2Np3 due to extra stable electronic configuration of 15 group element. See here, in p orbital maximum 6 electrons will be there. Here in 15th group elements the outer electronic configuration is Ns2Np3, means p orbital is half filled, and so it is associated with extra stability, and so more energy will be required to remove the electron from this p orbital than this electronic configuration. That is, the elements of group 16 have the electronic configuration Ns2Np4, that is one electron is more than the electronic configuration of half filled orbitals, and so remember here the less energy will be required, here more energy will be required to remove the electrons. So remember here group 16 elements have lower ionization enthalpy. We have said that the ionization enthalpy goes on increasing as we move from left to right, that is group 16 elements must have more ionization enthalpy than the group 15 elements, but here due to this extra stability associated with the half filled electronic configuration of group 15 elements, the elements of group 15 elements have more ionization enthalpy than group 16 elements. Now we shall consider about the third atomic property, that is electronegativity. What is electronegativity? You know that electronegativity is the ability of a covalent bonded atom to attract the shared electron pair towards itself. When a covalent bond is formed, there is sharing of pair of electrons, and if this covalent bond is formed between the two atoms having different electronegativities, here that means here we have said that electronegativity means the tendency of the atom to attract the shared electron pair towards itself. If the electronegativity is more, then the bond cannot remain purely covalent, it has some ionic character. You know this. That is, if the ability of covalent bonded atoms to attract the shared electron pairs is more, you can say that the atom is more electronegative, and this electronegativity also depends upon atomic size, it also depends upon nuclear charge, it depends upon screening effect. In group 16, 17 and 18, the electronegativity decreases down the group as atomic size increases and nuclear attraction decreases. Remember here, electronegativity is the tendency of the atom to attract the electron. That means it must have the ability to gain electron, and if the atomic size is less, then the electronegativity will be more. But here in a group, as we move from top to bottom, the atomic size goes on increasing, and so electronegativity goes on decreasing. Nuclear attraction decreases, and so electronegativity decreases. Now, each halogen is the most electronegative element of its period. Each halogen, if you consider the halogen of halogen of the same period. Here if you consider the halogen of second period, that is fluorine, third period chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine, these elements have more tendency to attract the electron pair towards itself, and so here remember the electronegativity of halogens is large due to small atomic radius and high effective nuclear charge. Now remember, fluorine is the most electronegative element in the periodic table. Why it is the most electronegative element? Because fluorine has the smallest atomic radius amongst all the halogens, and so here the electronegativity is more for fluorine and it is the most electronegative element. And oxygen has the highest electronegativity next to fluorine amongst all the elements. After fluorine, oxygen has the highest electronegativity due to its smaller size. Now, the next property is electron gain enthalpy. What is electron gain enthalpy? It is opposite to ionization enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy is also called as electron affinity. Affinity for electron is the energy release when an electron is added to the valence shell of a gaseous atom forming gaseous ion. Now remember that when we consider about the ionization enthalpy, here the electron is removed from the outermost shell, and so energy is required because that electron is attracted by the nucleus, and therefore we require the energy to remove that electron, and therefore ionization enthalpy is always positive. And in opposite to that, if electron is added in the outermost shell, then the energy will be released. And so remember that the energy is released when the electron is added to the valence shell, and so this energy is always negative. Electron gain enthalpy is always negative. So electron gain enthalpy means us the tendency of the atom to gain electrons. Now here in group 16 and 17, electron gain enthalpy becomes less negative down the group. Electron gain enthalpy is negative and it becomes less negative because here the tendency of the atom to gain electron, or if the electron is added, and you know that the atomic size goes on increasing when we move from top to bottom in 16th and 17th group, and therefore here the added electron will not be attracted by that nucleus, and so the value becomes less negative. It has less tendency to gain electron. Group 16 elements have high values for electron gain enthalpy. However, oxygen has a less negative electron gain enthalpy due to high electronegativity, low atomic size and high electron density, so that the electron is repelled. Remember that if the electron is repelled, then it has the less electron gain enthalpy. So remember here group 16 elements have high values for electron gain enthalpy. However, oxygen has less negative electron gain enthalpy due to its high electronegativity. Now halogens have highest negative values for electron gain enthalpy because halogens have the most tendency to gain the electrons, and therefore due to the less atomic size, small atomic size, here the added electron, the energy will be released most, and so the values for negative values for electron gain enthalpy are highest for the halogens. Due to small size of fluorine atom, it has less electron gain enthalpy than that of chlorine. Remember here fluorine has smaller size than chlorine, but here due to small size, if we add the electron, then it will be attracted, or it will, you can say that here it will be attracted easily, and so it has less electron gain enthalpy than chlorine. Group 18 elements, that is inert gases, they cannot have the electron or they cannot take that electron, gain that electron, because their electronic configuration is ns2 and p6, that is all the last shells are filled, and so the octet is complete, so they do not have the tendency to gain electron. They have the large positive electron gain enthalpy. They cannot accept the electrons, the electron is repelled, and so the inert gases have large positive electron gain enthalpy. This is about the atomic properties of the elements which are present in group 16th, 17th and 18th. Now we shall consider about the physical properties of group 16th, 17th and 18th elements. What are their states, in which physical states they are obtained, what are about the melting point, boiling point of these elements. Group 16th elements, here the elements are oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Now oxygen is a gas while other elements are solid at room temperature. Remember here in this group, oxygen is a gaseous element which is present in diatomic state, and other elements are solid at room temperature. Oxygen and sulfur, these are non-metals. Selenium and tellurium, these are metalloids, and polonium is a radioactive metal with half-life period 13.8 days. Oxygen and sulfur are non-metals. Selenium and tellurium, these are metalloids, and polonium, it is a radioactive metal. Melting and boiling point increases with increase in atomic number. Melting point and boiling point, remember here melting point and boiling point depends upon the force of attraction between the two atoms, which depends upon the van der Waals forces. As the atomic size increases, there will be increase in the force of attraction, and so as atomic number increases, melting and boiling point are increasing. All the elements of this group show allotropy. You know what are allotropy, what are allotropes. We have considered in the solid states, that is what is allotropy, the element which has the same chemical properties but physical properties are different, their structural arrangement of the atoms are different, so all these elements show the allotropies. Now remember here oxygen, if you consider oxygen and sulfur, here oxygen is in diatomic state, that is O2, and sulfur is in polyatomic state, that is it exists as S8 molecule. The van der Waals force of attraction between oxygen molecules are relatively weak, due to which they have smaller size, and large van der Waals attractive forces are present in S8 molecules, and therefore oxygen has lower melting point and boiling point as compared to sulfur. Remember here oxygen and sulfur, oxygen, and if you consider melting point and boiling point of oxygen and sulfur, here due to the van der Waals forces, here weak van der Waals forces are present in oxygen molecules, and the van der Waals forces are strong in S8 molecules, and therefore there is the difference in melting and boiling point of these two elements. Now if you consider group 17th elements, which are called as halogen family, fluorine, chlorine, these are the gaseous elements. Fluorine and chlorine, they are present in gaseous state. Bromine is present in liquid state, and iodine is present in solid state at room temperature. If you consider the halogens here, fluorine, chlorine, here these are in gaseous state, bromine is in liquid state, and iodine is in solid state. Fluorine is yellow in color, chlorine is greenish yellow, bromine is red in color, and iodine is violet in color. This color is due to the absorption of radiation from the visible region and excitation of electrons. Now halogens react with water to give haloacids. Generally fluorine and chlorine reacts with water to give haloacids, which is called as hydrofluoric acid, hydrochloric acid, and halooxy acids also, HOF and HOCl oxy, the chlorofluorine acid. The reactivity decreases from fluorine to iodine. The reactivity of these halogens with water decreases from fluorine to iodine. Now bromine and iodine, they are sparingly soluble in water and are soluble in various organic solvents. Bromine and iodine, they are very less soluble in water, sparingly soluble. You know that the solubility is very less, and they are mostly soluble in various organic solvents like chloroform, carbon disulfide, carbon tetrachloride, etc. Bond dissociation enthalpies of halogen molecules follow the order. What is bond dissociation enthalpy? That is the enthalpy which is required, or the energy which is required to break the bond, which depends upon the atomic size also. And these bond enthalpies have the order like this. Cl2 molecule has most bond enthalpy, Br2, then F2, and then I2. Remember that bond dissociation enthalpy of F2 is lower than that of Cl2. What is the reason behind it? Here fluorine has small size. Fluorine is smaller size than chlorine, and here the lone pairs on each fluorine atoms are so close that due to small atomic size, the lone pairs on fluorine atoms are very close to each other, and so they strongly repel each other, and therefore the bond between two fluorine atoms becomes weak. And so it requires less energy to break the bond, and so it has a less bond dissociation enthalpy. And here in chlorine molecule, the lone pairs on chlorine atom are at a larger distance and repulsion is negligible, and therefore Cl2 bond is comparatively stronger. And so bond dissociation enthalpy of F2 is lower than that of Cl2 molecule. Now, if you consider group 18 elements, which are called as inert gases or noble gases, all the elements of 18th group are monoatomic gases. You know that gases are in diatomic state, but the noble gases, they cannot react with each other, and so they are having monoatomic, that is having only one atom. 18th group 18th molecules or gases are monoatomic, which are colorless, odorless, and tasteless. These gases are colorless, they do not have any color, they do not have any odor, they do not have any taste. Inert elements have very low solubility in water, and the solubility increases down the group from He to Xe. Inert gases are very less soluble in water. These gases are sparingly soluble in water, you can say, and so here the solubility increases down the group from He to Xe. Group 18 elements have low melting points and boiling points. Why these are having low melting points and boiling points? Because these are monoatomic, and the type of interaction between these two atoms is only van der Waals forces, and therefore they can be liquefied easily. These gases can be liquefied easily, and at low temperature you can obtain the liquefaction of all these gases also. Now, helium has the lowest boiling point, which is 4.2 Kelvin of any known substances. Of any known substance, helium has the lowest boiling point. You have to remember here. These are about the group 18 elements, the physical properties of group 16th, 17th, and 18th elements we have considered. Now, remember that the first member of group usually differs in the properties from the rest of the members of the group, which is called as anomalous behavior. In the next video, we shall consider about the anomalous behavior of oxygen and fluorine.